What you cannot see, feel or touch does not exist. Science needs to quantify, measure and catalogue. In this universe, there are forces and events far beyond the realm of science. That is science as we understand it today. Into this mystic and intangible world lies the science of gemstones and crystals. All gemstones are crystals. In this program, we'll have in-depth discussions, and through these discussions, we hope to create a debate on the powers of the crystals. I'd like to tell you that in this program, we have no interest neither in the monetary nor the aesthetic value of the stone, nor its use as a jewelry. We would be speaking to gemologists, astrogemologists, astrologists, scientists, numerologists, feng shui experts, crystal healers, pranic healers, and a whole lot of others who handle crystal to make that change in your life, be it astrological or holistic.
अकाल मृत्यु सर्पागिनी सर्वव्याधि भयानि च तथा अश्रुवाणि नश्यन्ति वज्रं यस्य गृहे स्थितम् पूज्ये निवारित वज्रो बले सिंहासनारे च रात्रो निवारेतु भूतानां नरोहिं करधारणा.
But every Sanskrit literature has the reference to these gems which are used at that time by different people, say these kings, they are administrative officers, even coming to household ladies. So this is a science. That's why it is called Shastra. Sanskrit texts are called Shastras because they give the analytical ideas. Anything that is prescribed, it is systematically presented, defined, explained and experimented. Then only they tell you, you use. If it is not working, then you can blame us.
In this program, let us set the ground as to what the experts feel, how they believe that the gemstones and crystals can work, how much they can do, and what are the misconceptions.
The question of whether gemstones have power or not, that's not a very easy one to answer. It's like saying, when did you stop beating your wife? I mean, either way, you're going to get into trouble. So I'd only qualify to say that yes, gemstones have powers, but not necessary to say that all gemstones have power for all the time, or every individual is affected or influenced by gemstones. Maybe it's simple to say some people are influenced by some gemstones.
Stones are considered, why considered? It is a silent protector. Silent it has got some magical powers as well as medicinal powers. Magical powers, how does the wind blow? அதே மாதிரி இந்த கற்களை நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணாதான் அதனுடைய ரியல் மேஜிக்கல் பவரை நீங்க உணர முடியும்.
It works just like a shield. It completely protects you from the bad effects of all your karmas or any such things. It gives you a complete protection.
The stones work on the physical level, on the emotional level, on the mental level and on the spiritual level, and sometimes a mixture of both.
Very interesting. That's what this program is all about. Different opinions from different people. Let's hear what a geologist has to say.
I will approach the subject from a geologist's point of view. a professional geologist for that matter, in the Geological Survey of India, the premier scientific organization in the country, and an organization that has gem testing laboratories. There are wealth of information about the physical characters and chemical composition of gemstones. But nothing has been proved scientifically till date, to the best of my knowledge, about the efficacy or effects of these gemstones on individuals, as it is owned by many, as it is reflected in their astrological horoscope.
Science has always been the master of the known world. But what of the unknown world? A world that you cannot touch or feel. Where do these stones get their power from? Is it through chemical reaction or natural creation? A power that has been acknowledged and used for several hundred years.
When you are asking me about the role of crystals in feng shui, it is one of the most powerful tool which is taken as a remedial measure to combat difficult situation or to activate a zone which requires more of that element.
What do we gain from crystals? What do we lack as humans that the crystals can provide?
People think that they want this, that they want that, but ultimately every human being wants to find the truth of oneself, and the truth of oneself is perfect physical health, perfect emotional health, perfect mental clarity, and perfect truth, sincerity in the spirit, the vision of the divine. The path of the stone is a beautiful path. The stones are our friends, have an incredibly direct, strong, and close energy. Apart a few cases that one is really careless or negative, they cannot absolutely do harm under any circumstance. And it's my path. Whether it's yours or not, that is up to you.
So each of us has to find our own path to obtain the desires in our life. Often the path to the divine is also a path that we have to find on our own. Coming back to gemstones and crystals, do they have the powers to make events happen, events which otherwise would not have happened for you? Or do they have the powers to help you realize that potential which is already there in you?
As I told you in the beginning, that as soon as a person is born, he has certain planets in certain positions which will largely determine what are the events that is going to take place in his life. The gems will only be like a catalyst. It would not be helpful to cause an event itself. It would already be there waiting like a potential, a seed. And if the gem is available and the energy is enough, it actually comes out. It could be like so long it was being blocked, and that was needed to push it further up, where it reaches a point where it can become practical.
Yeah, I think a crystal is a good support system for what you want to do. But unless you're mentally targeting to do something or change your life in a certain way and work towards it, the crystal by itself cannot help you. The crystal will support you once you've made up your mind and you're prepared to work in that particular direction. It could be a good support system.
That leaves us with the question, how much change can crystals and gemstones cause in our lives?
So in Feng Shui or in other disciplines, they say put a red hanging here, put a red flower here, put a green bamboo plant in one corner. Why the bamboo plant? So put any green. For what green you put? So put one plant. That's why it's actually the green. You want the green energy in that area. That's all. Because these are passive transmitters. They're just passive. They just bring up the intention in your mind, and whatever is capability of your body it does. But the crystal puts it in. That it cannot do. So these symbols, these things, they can only enhance your own ability to do a little bit. But the crystal actually injects it into you. So crystals are very dynamic, very powerful. Times, I mean 100 times more than...
There are some stones which is different. There are some stones for example, mostly it's agate, jasper, various qualities of jasper, that work more, as I said before, as grounding, putting